Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA.
Here we go.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Kobe is out there with Kidd. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Ewing. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the power forward.
Well, that didn't take long. You got to leave some guys back on the tip, or that's what'll happen.
Collins with some nice D. Here's the closer. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. The closer's got his second basket of the night.
And of all the attributes, one thing that sometimes gets overlooked with Chamberlain is the court vision. Makes a great read there.
Here's the closer, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Collins, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Outside Collins, buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Well, the way to CBA introducing the second apron, limiting, Shams, what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams, and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, and all the other things. Oh, wow, what a great move inside. That is incredible.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Here's the closer. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once.
Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. We haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Clyde Drexler's checked in for the closer. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Bryant. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
It's good from Kidd, the assist from Kobe.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in the single league. And And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level, undeniable.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Hardaway with it. Bryant, high post. Over Drexler. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 6 points for Kobe Bryant. Done a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. A nice shot by Hobson.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Bryant gets a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bryant's got 9.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
A nice shot by Hobson.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Bryant inside. Drexler defending.
Leaping up to the rim, Bryant sees the opening and does not hesitate to attack.
It's Durant on the wing, covered by Anthony. Unloads from 9. A nice shot by Katie.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. They lead by 11. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
They've got Malone, Anthony out there with Lucas. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Doncic in at the point. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Count it good.
Almost whenever he wants to, Benny can get to the hoop. He's that good with the rock.
Going inside, and then LaRusso with the dunk.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
The three from KD. There's the triple from Durant.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
Here's Bryant. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Knocks down the three ball.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
Outside Anthony. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
Outside Anthony. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Duncan. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Substitutions on the court.
Up top, Kobe. He's guarded by Collins. And that one's good by Kobe.
And you talk about pure scores, Kobe is near the top of that list. This guy makes it look easy with all that talent.
And then LaRusso with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so we wrap up the first half, leading by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the home team. When you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, gotta keep that out of your head, though. Each game presents a new challenge.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the visiting team. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, he's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at...
There's Giannis taking flight. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that. At one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in and try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And the 3 ball is good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Kidd misses from close range.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's the closer. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The closer's got 4 this quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Collins, good.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look here at the visitors. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Ewing kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Kidd, here we go. Can't connect from short range. Gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's the closer. Drilled from 11 feet out. The closer's got 18 points.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Kidd with it. Chamberlain picks him up. Kidd passes to Ewing. Pass to Anthony. Back to Ewing. Off the run.
And that's leadership right there. Anthony wanting to work the rock over to an open teammate.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. To the middle. Chamberlain dishes to Collins. Fires the 3. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Kobe, that's for 2, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Kobe's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Collins, good.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
On a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good in the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got 6 assists now in the game.
And you can see the growing confidence that Giannis has in that mid-range.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. There's the closer. Buries it from three-point range. The closer's got 24.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Collins driving inside. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And the dunk by Kobe.
Yeah, and if you're going to give Brian a lane to the rim, then you deserve to get dunked on. You know how tenacious he is when penetrating inside.
Outside Collins. Durant in the corner. There's the closer. Drills the three-pointer. The closer's got 15 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Drains the three-pointer. And that's now 29 points for the chosen one.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Kobe. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Lucas in at the center.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. 18 feet out. A tad short, but it's good off the front eye.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game, Doncic, as much as anyone.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Steve Nash checked in for Seth Curry. And so LaRusso nails them both. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Nash. Lob pass to Duncan and stolen by Lucas. Here's Bryant, and Kobe throws it down hard.
Lightning quick off the bounce. Bryant, one of the better athletes to ever play this game.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Ewing finds Giannis. And here's Kidd from the arc, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Oh, the concentration from Kidd at the arc, a big part of how he stays consistent from there.
Garnett inside. Antetokounmpo's there. And the shot is good from Garnett. Garnett's got his first 2 points of the night.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Kidd gets the bucket. And it's 7 points for Jason Kidd.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Duncan kicks to Garnett. Back to Duncan. From deep, Drexler. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Bryant. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Duncan.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And that one's good by LaRusso.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. 1:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's LaRusso, and then LaRusso with the dunk.
And I'm a big fan of the awareness of Nash on the floor. A selfless player who's just fantastic at getting the ball to his open teammates in rhythm.
Here's Kidd. Duncan grabs the rebound. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's LaRusso. Sinks that one from the post. Russo's got 25 points.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Here's Anthony. Here he goes.
Scoring at an efficient clip tonight. Melo in that zone.
Here's Nash. There's 53 seconds left in the game. A three from Drexler connects from three-point range.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Garnett.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Steve Nash. "36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's Kidd with the drive. The rebound by Garnett. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Jason Kidd, 3.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. There's LaRusso. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Russo's got 30.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight.